This isn't a cobblestone road, but you may not realize it. I'm Ariel Wesler on Galendo Street in Woodland Hills. It's just one of dozens in the southwest San Fernando Valley that has fallen into disrepair. Many haven't been repaved in decades, some since the Great Depression. I looked into why. Joe Breckner's entire street in Tarzana used to look a lot more like this.
Up and down the street.
Even as a real estate agent, he had no idea he lived on what's known as a withdrawn street until he and other neighbors tried to get it repaved and were told,
"We can't do that. It's not one of our streets." Yet they'd put sewers in, they'd put curbs in, they'd put no parking signs in.
More than 300 streets throughout LA are considered off the public grid. That means the city hasn't had to maintain them. Trouble is, nobody told the residents on those streets.
When I go and show a house, there's no notification that we know a street may be in that category or not.
Councilmember Bob Blumenfield has more withdrawn streets in his district than any other part of the city. He's been pushing to get those streets restored.
It was back in 1936 when most of this happened. There was a state law that had to do with liabilities, and it caused the city to look at a number of streets that it deemed to be unsafe at the time.
Before realizing how widespread the problem was, they tried to bring some individual streets back into the grid. Joe's was one of them. It got paved about a year ago, but Blumenfield's office has since been inundated with other calls from neighbors like Brian Knopf, who wasn't so lucky.
You can kind of see the three different textures going on here. And then, of course, they stop right in front of me.
He worries about his children's safety.
I'm trying to teach them how to ride their bikes, and I go that way because if we go this way, they're out of the street, they're tripping all the time.
He's also put in more than a dozen calls to the city's 311 service line.
If I didn't file my taxes or pay the city taxes, I'd get in trouble. But yet the city doesn't have to do anything to take care of what their responsibility is.
The city is now preparing to rescind those decades-old measures and grandfather the streets back into the system.
These are public streets that have been used, are going to continue to be used, and we as a city have an obligation to fix them.
A small fix that could pave the way for major improvements on forgotten streets.